We are set, ready to rock for this Madden Ultimate Team matchup, and these guys on your screen ready to rock as well. Some of the stars of today's game, and speaking of the game, let's get right to it. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And we are underway from FedEx Field. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The first carry for the Memphis man, Antonio Gibson. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. Jackson. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 22 yards there, a first down. To throw is Jackson. He'll get this into the hands of Antonio Gibson. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. Jackson from the shotgun. Eluding the pressure right. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Lance Allworth, 42 yards. And Washington has taken a first quarter lead. So he scrambled right, but was able to look back toward the middle of the end zone to find the target.
As you know, in this game, sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, because we all know most guys throwing the football are taught never throw back into the middle of the field on a scramble. He did it and got away with it for a touchdown.
Instinct sometimes, right? They just take over.
Instinct and vision. Sometimes you just see people who are open, you're able to get it to them.
Jamar Chase on the return. Washington will take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Off play action. Newton. Being chased out left. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 32 that time. On first down, Newton. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side.
And this is dropped. Oh, boy. A chance for a big play early, but he could not secure it.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over it, and they got there to break that one up.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Now Newton. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The Washington passing game dialed in now. It's a first down. They fake the give. Newton. Letting one go deep for the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. And it's second down. Newton now to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. This offense was on the move. Now two straight incompletions have them looking at third and 10. To the air again, Newton. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th. Tucker's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the year.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
And this is going to be covered up by Washington.
So an onside kick fail in the first quarter. Not sure I completely see the logic there.
It's not apparent, is it? You almost have to go deeper, I think, and maybe if we try and work along with them and speculate a little bit here, they must feel like they need to steal possessions in this game, and maybe they don't match up possession for possession with the opposite team. They've got to steal it and try and gain an advantage, and they tried. They just didn't get it done.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
And here's a give to Gibson.
And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. On 3rd down, Jackson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Michael Brockers in there to drop him for a loss on the play. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Fourth down, here's Jackson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over.
Washington goes for it, but it does not pan out. And Washington will have it on the turnover on downs.
On 1st and 10, Newton looking deep for Julio. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowl safety Cam Chancellor. Then he will take it across midfield and down to the 45. After the interception, here's Jackson.
Throw right side, taken in by Gibson.
Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down. Here's Jackson. Flush to his right. He's going to fire one. Corner of the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line. He got out of the pocket there, was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling, his receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Eluding the pressure right.
He'll look downfield for Waller. And oh, he almost had his 2nd pick of the game. Probably should have. And he's frustrated as it falls incomplete.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Newton. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th.
A quick throw going to be caught by Diggs.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down. Newton on first down. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And he's got some space here. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit. And receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Now a throw here to his running back. And so close, he gets it to the one. Out of bounds right there. That one goes for 30 yards.
Tell you what, partner, you get the football in his hands, just give him a little bit of open space. As we just saw, he can make you pay.
And he wasn't the top option there, but check down turned into first down and then some. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Lamar Jackson keeping it himself from a yard out.
And Washington going to add on to their lead. This defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number one.
It should be number one. And in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit because the receivers can't run past anyone because they'll run out of real estate, you should have all eyes on Lamar Jackson when the ball is snapped and try and keep him back in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't think that they were surprised he was running it there. They just couldn't stop him, and he ends up in the end zone.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Now he's going to go deep down the left side.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. This is Harris on the draw. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down. They snap it to Newton. Flush to his right. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the Pro Bowl safety Cam Chancellor. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Good work after the catch, going to net him 23 and a first. From the gun, it's Jackson.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off down near the 5. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
And that now 2 interceptions thrown in the second quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one. And they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception. Tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit, and instead created a second one.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. Steps away to his left. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's 2nd and long. Back to throw, Newton. He completes it to Julio Jones. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Newton to throw.
He'll look downfield for Waller. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Darren Waller, the intended receiver, but it'll be second down. Here's Newton. Now he'll go deep down the middle. And got his man complete.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
As the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. From the red zone now, Newton. Eluding the pressure. Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. As the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. They'll try to run with Harris. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington.
Najee Harris,
a 3-yard touchdown run.
And Washington has made this a 1-score game.
Tucker with the extra point, and the lead is down to 4. Boy, they're down only 1 score, still first half, but they're going to line up for the onside kick. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And incomplete on the deep ball.
But no kneeling for them. They decided they weren't going to run out the clock. They decided to take their shot downfield, hoping to either make a connection or a pass interference call. They wanted more points to put on the board.
To throw again on second down. Jackson dancing to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side.
Oh, and for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted.
Picked off at the 17. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Well, Charles, you know, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon.
So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Newton looking downfield for Jones.
And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. They will go for it. Now Newton. Escaping the pressure right. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a 1st down.
He'll look downfield for Waller.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Darren Waller, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Here's Newton. Got a man. It's Darren Waller.
And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 29-yard line.
That one covers 29 yards. 1st down. Newton throwing again. That is caught. It's Calvin Johnson. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a 1st down. This is caught. And he'll be out of bounds. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
And that's a nice job of working his way open down in the red zone. Looked that one in and then made a beeline for the pylon. He didn't quite get there, and you want to give him a little extra for the effort. But instead, he sets his guys up in excellent shape for a 1st and goal.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington.
The sneak successful from a yard out, and Washington has taken the lead.
Instead of having to play follow the leader there, the leader led.
I like that. And he likes that, doesn't he? 1st and goal, let me do the job.
Because you know when he falls into the end zone after falling behind those big guys who pushed up front, that's a pretty good celebration, isn't it?
Gives him a little street cred in the locker room, too, doesn't it?
Street cred, and then when they go out to dinner afterwards, he's still picking up the check.
Taken at the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson going up top. He's got a man, complete.
Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson,
74 yards.
And Washington has retaken the lead.
They erased that deficit pretty quickly, did they not? A 2-play drive.
What do we call that? Short-lived? Very short-lived. 2 plays later, they're in the end zone and back out in front. We always talk about drives, don't we? Does 2 plays count as a drive?
Not really, but that second play was so good. I don't care what we call it. It was enjoyable to watch.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They had gotten the lead with the opening drive touchdown in the 3rd quarter. Now they relinquished that lead back. Could be in for an interesting second half.
It certainly appears that way, doesn't it? Almost turning into one of those pendulum games, right? Where it swings back and forth, and who's going to make the play that changes that maybe it puts it on one side and keeps it there.
Now that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
Newton now to throw. And going deep for Hill. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the Pro safety Cam Chancellor. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Jackson now. This is caught by his tight end, Logan Thomas. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Antonio Gibson, the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Buying time to his left. Past the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
And Brandon, this is the time of the game when Jackson could really take over. He's got the defense's legs a little bit tired. He's got them on the run.
Yeah, this defense looks gassed, and you're exactly right. 2nd half with the lead. This is when Lamar Jackson seems to thrive.
Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas, and now it's 2nd down. Jackson. Flush to his right. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Jackson from the shotgun. Forced out to his left. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Lamar Jackson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And Washington is able to stretch their lead.
So the lanes continue to be there for Lamar Jackson to run that football. That his 2nd touchdown run of the game.
You know what I would like? I'd like for us to be able to go into a defense's room after playing Lamar Jackson and watch the tape and see how much of a lane was really there and how much he created just through his talents. In any event, Lamar Jackson finds the end zone, doesn't he?
He always seems to, but that's a good point. We sometimes put blame on the defense. Maybe we just need to praise Lamar Jackson a little bit more. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit.
Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Throwing is Newton. Looking deep for Julio.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Julio Jones once again the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down. From the gun, here's Newton. Throw right side going to be caught by Waller. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 22 yards there, a 1st down. Throwing again is Newton. Looking for the end zone.
And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown.
Julio Jones. 26 yards.
And Washington able to make this a close game again.
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. Rolling to his right. So unable to throw it in for two from the two. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a two-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Thomas. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7.
3 yards remain for second down.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he gets it down to the 32. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Gibson again.
And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
Well, obviously they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead now, they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. 2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. Jackson to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Going right side here, and that's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
They give him 16 yards there, and it's a Washington 1st down.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson.
And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
On 2nd down, here's Gibson again.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
A handoff for Gibson.
And he'll only get this to the 14 as he'll come up well short of the 1st down. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down. And Hopkins' kick is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3.
Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out.
Cam to throw. Looking downfield for Jones. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Looking deep for Julio. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. And that's now 2 big catches on this drive for him.
You know, the NFL keeps talking about the possibility of using video for coaching on the sidelines. That's not approved yet, but you can still use pictures. They've got to send his picture down to their defense and say, you see him? Cover him.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.